All right, guys. My people, on a day, happy weekend to every one of you. Before we start, I want to say thank you to every one of you who celebrated me and my family yesterday evening. God bless you all. But let's face why we are here. When I say, Oshiomhole don't come out last night. Can't talk about katakata will happen between Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, and Peter Obi. Now, you guys need to carefully listen to the defensive skill of Oshiomhole over Okpebholo. And the warning, indirect warning, is sent to Peter Obi. Then he went on to answer the question that was thrown to him concerning this current satanic APC government and what is the Nigerians are facing excruciatingly. Now, my people, Oshiomhole continue. In fact, let me come back for more monologue. Let's watch this, my people.
Now, no one can deny that since Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over as president of Nigeria, his APC party has dominated the political space in this country, reducing the opposition to a mere sideshow. In fact, the scale and pace of that domination has left the collective opposition and many Nigerians dizzy, as ever more elected opposition officials rush to defect to the APC. The president and his deputies gloatingly see it as them outwitting the competition and accruing to themselves an unassailable lead in 2027. But as we consider the risks of the opposition steadily slipping ever closer into oblivion in a race that prioritizes command and control over democratic stability, should Nigerians be giving the ruling party high marks for this? Or should we be nervous and alarmed at the potential consequences for constitutional representative government in this country? And by how much has the APC actually moved this country forward since it came into power more than 10 years ago? Well, for more on all this, I'm suitably delighted to say that I'm joined now in the studio by Senator Adams Oshiomhole, CON, who represents Edo North in the Senate, is a former national chairman of the APC and is a former governor of Edo State. Good to see you.
I was also former president of Nigeria Labour Congress.
That's a good point.
That is my most important job in life.
I like that. Yes, you certainly have that credential, and you deserve to be. It deserves to be mentioned along with your name. And I want to, given that we're talking about governorships and things, I mean, what do you think of this development in your home state of Edo, where you were once the governor, and where the current governor, Monday Okpebholo, effectively gave Peter Obi, a former governor himself and 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, a warning that he must obtain security clearance before visiting the state? Do you agree with those who say that that is a baseless and almost politicizing of charity, as Peter Obi himself put it?
Not at all.
Do you think there's merit in what Mr. Okpebholo was saying?
I think the media tried to exaggerate it. You know, people who don't talk too much, they have to choose how they want to communicate. The essential message is clear. But let me tell you this.
Right.
Peter Obi was my colleague, and we know each other very well. And I liked him. I still do. But politically, we don't agree. I do not subscribe to his views and certain matters. Now, let me tell you this. On the 4th or 3rd of June, I was invited by Academic Staff Union of Universities of University of Nigeria, Nsukka, to deliver a lecture. And that is in Enugu State. I was once a governor. I'm no longer a governor. I know what the protocol is. It's not written. It's a matter of common sense and a matter of decency, but also in my Latin self-interest. I told my orderly, can you get the phone number of, can I reach the governor of Enugu State? Because I don't have his number. He said he doesn't have to go and look for it. Eventually, he was able to get the ADC. And he got the ADC, and he gave me the phone, and I spoke to the ADC. ADC, please, can you connect me with the governor? I want to speak with him. He said, it's not available. Okay. Can you help me convey a message that I have this invite, which I have accepted to, to honor, and I will be coming to Enugu tomorrow or next tomorrow. I will be grateful if the His Excellency is informed of my visit. Number two, I will be even more happy if he can assist me with a vehicle and to provide me with security from the airport to Usuka. There is no law in Nigeria that says I must do that. But having been a governor, even though now no more a governor, I understand that the governor of Enugu State needs to know I am in his territory. Not that the Nigerian Constitution say I should say so. It's a matter of personal discipline and protocol. When I was governor of Edo State, President Olusegun Obasanjo, if you do remember President Olusegun Obasanjo,
indeed,
you remember that he was described
nobody can ever forget President Obasanjo
as behaving as alternate president. And running NSC like a parallel government, wanted to overthrow his government. He accused me of treason. So we were not best of friends. But there was nothing personal. It's just that I questioned and I fought against some of his policies. But when, after being president, I now became governor, and even at that, I believe I was rigged out of, not that I believe, I was rigged out by his party, the PDP, under a policy of do or die. But I went to court and I defeated his party and I was sworn in as former president of Nigeria. Not just for a former governor, former president of Nigeria that command the amount of respect that you have acknowledged. He was coming to Edo, he informed me that I would be coming to Edo. And he said he was going to do XYZ, okay. And he would like to see me, oh fine. So we arrange, get vehicle to the airport to receive him, to accord him all the necessary respect, provide all the logistics he required, as well as security. And he even humbled me by coming to my residence. And immediately asked him, why are you here? He said, this is Obasanjo now, to quote, whoever you think you are, when you are going to a state, there is a constitutional authority in that state, and you are a politically exposed person. It is just normal and out of respect that you go, even if that person is your grandson, to say, Mr. Governor, I am in your territory. That is why he has come to inform me he's in Edo and to share with me what somebody he wants to do, and for me to accord him on respect. But that's where it should be. So all that, now let's face it, the property of Edo State government is trusted in the hand of Edo State governor. Right? So if anyone, myself inclusive, and I believe you inclusive, if I go to Enugu State or Anambra State when Obi was governor, and I want to visit a government-owned facility like a NOSI institution, it's a matter of decency and self-respect to say, I'll be coming, I'll be visiting not a private facility. That school is built, equipped, and owned and funded by the state government 100%. So Peter Obi's handout is not any way compared to what the government institutionally provide every year in the budget.
Right, I understand.
To support that institution.
Well, let me come in here.
It doesn't matter the fact that he has good intention.
Yeah.
But Obi as a former governor shouldn't allow that to
I understand what you mean.
So maybe what you might argue is how you interpret choice of words.
Right.
But the intention of Governor Monday is clear to me.
Well,
please, if you are coming, it's just nice that you inform me. If you ask Obi, now what I've just told you now, I gave an example of myself. I've given you an example of Obasanjo. What is wrong with Obi?
Yeah, but let me just say this. I think you've made
That's
that.
what he said.
I think you've
so
made
when you
that
now
point.
make it like you have to get a license.
I think you've made that point.
And so on and so forth.
But
No, I don't think it is
I see
that
what you
sense.
mean. But it is.
And remember,
You see-
in your station, I want you saying that the Edo State government issued a statement that what the governor implied is not to say you must take permission. Just for protocol purpose and security purpose. Not that they tried to.
What I was going to say is this.
You prefer to ignore that denial.
You think I might get a
You think
word
the state
in
government
here?
is afraid when he said, look, I didn't mean to say he need license.
No, I understand that. You've made the point.
That's it.
But what I'm
I think we should put it, there is no what more at
Yeah, well, what I just wanted to say is that you have explained it very articulately. And I think the problem is that there is the governor of Edo State, the current one, is not the most articulate person in the world. I mean, that's not it's not an insult or a criticism, it's just the way he is. And the way that it came across to people and the way that he communicated it to people sounded very threatening. And people don't like being threatened, especially when they see somebody who they consider to be, for many of them, their political hero being in some ways denigrated. That's the way they saw it.
Okay.
But the way that you have explained it...
Given the quality of your airtime, I don't think you should discuss it further.
Okay, well, let's...
It, and I think that is what it is.
I think you've made that point.
I am sure, Governor Peter Obi, whatever he wants to say, he knows that this is not a big deal. I was in Anambra, right, when he's the princess of Umbiano. Again, I was invited to give a lecture at Namjaziko University, Oka.
Yeah.
And I informed the governor, I am invited to, so I'll be coming. And he provided me with some...
No, but I think you've made the point, because we want to get to other things. So.
The only governor who may not wish to be so disturbed because of the nature of his state, I think that would be governor of Lagos State.
Right.
Because if everybody needs to inform him, for him to provide vehicles, he won't be able to... So right. We all go in and out of Lagos. But even now, I'm no more governor. Right. I am not a presidential aspirant too. I'm not a presidential candidate too. But as a former governor, I'm proud to reform any governor, regardless of the party platform.
Well, you just said that you've made the point, I made so we should move on. I know what so let's move on.
Governor did. He sent me vehicles. He sent me security. First they arrived late before. By the time I arrived in Enugu, I found my way to Usuka. But the security came to pick me from Usuka.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the relationship between I don't know what the relationship between Monday Okpebholo and Peter Obi is like. Maybe the perception is that he might not have been as convivial as the Enugu State governor was towards Peter Obi, because the way that he sounded when he was saying those things,
I think the issue is that
sounded quite antagonistic.
No, there was an incident. If there was no incident, if nothing happened at all.
Yeah, it might not have happened.
Well,
now, you may have a point.
His attention is drawn to the fact that there was an incident when former Governor Peter Obi came. And then he will have, so he was in town? Why would he inform me?
Yeah, but you see, now, you're spending a lot of time on this now. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to something else, because just yesterday, the president himself, President Tinubu, admitted that the APC governors in particular, and governors in general, aren't delivering. He talked about voluble complaints at the grassroots against the governors and said they needed to, in his words, wet the grass more and lead the way to progressive change. That's an admission that things aren't going very well on that level, aren't they? And that the hope of Nigerians simply isn't being renewed. And people, I'm wondering, people are wondering, it's been 2 years of the Tinubu administration. Time has not only flown, it's flipped past. But it doesn't look as if that energy of change is there, for the president to be saying that?
The energy is there. Now, this is the problem, when you should acknowledge and comment, you try to interpret it in a negative fashion. Now, for me, it's a mark of statesmanship. The president said, fortunately for us right now, in this hall, we have 23 now out of 36 state governors. And he explained that he took off under a very, very challenging environment, an economy that was in serious crisis. We are beginning to see stability. He acknowledged that more work needs to be done, but a lot of progress has been made and more work needs to be done. And he said, in spite of all the effort that he has made and the stability we are beginning to see, of course, he still hears. And for me, that should be acknowledged, that President acknowledged that he's not unaware that in spite of what anybody might say, in spite of all the positive statistics that we can point at, people still feel that things can be better. So governors, try and do more. To encourage someone to do more is not to dismiss him that he's not doing anything.
No.
And I think what you should say is that he has put you out of business Because you seek, like the last time I was here, you had to remind me that things are not perfect. Nigeria is not heaven. Now you saw the president of Nigeria saying, I am aware, which means he's in touch with the grassroots, that the ordinary man is still feeling some hit level. So can you do more? You think to ask somebody to do more is to dismiss him, is to say that he hasn't been doing anything?
Well,
no. What president is saying
the
is we should
statistics
listen.
don't support what you're saying.
First, is revealing to us that don't think I am not aware. I am aware that it's part of the effort the federal government is making and the effort that the state governors are making. There is still a level of stress. Please do more.
Well,
now, when you ask somebody to do more,
statistics don't support what you're saying.
No. It depends on your choice of statistics.
Well,
Donald Trump talking about alternative facts. Don't be bogged down. But we are talking about.
No. I'm talking about the statistics coming from the Central Bank of Nigeria.
Unit. Wait a minute. If he has the federated units, please. This is my report card. The worst time is over. We are not yet there. But I can say the worst is over. We have achieved a level of stability.
Well,
but we are not yet celebrating.
I'm not sure
and
where that stability is coming
even the
from.
best of players can say at halftime that they have won the match.
Well, let me take one thing.
You can't, if you put too many questions, I will have time to answer.
Okay. But the problem is that we're running out of time because you came late. So we lost 8 minutes when you at the beginning of the program.
Therefore, you
so let me put some points to you.
If you put too many questions, I will
No, but I haven't put too many questions.
Allow me to answer the one you have put.
You've made one point about it, but you've answered the question.
I have the right to answer the question.
Okay, go ahead. But you've answered the question.
I have not.
Okay, go ahead.
Let the viewers understand that the Nigeria president acknowledged that he took over the governance of the country at a very challenging time. And he points out that he can say from what that has happened that the worst is over. We have achieved a level of stability, and you can't question that. Exchange rate went to 2,000 naira to the dollar. People thought we are already in Zimbabwe. Now we are having stability around 1,520, 1,530. So
yeah, but that's
manufacturers
ridiculously high.
And now I read from your watch from your channel, Manufacturers Association, NECA, talking about stability, the monetary policy. Now they can predict, they can do a bit of planning, so investors are regaining more confidence and all of that. So, however, he said, but it's part of everything.
Yeah.
I understand Nigerians are still experiencing some challenges. So governors, together, let's do more.
Okay. You've made that point.
To use this word, to wet the grass.
Yes.
This should be commendable.
You've made the point.
You didn't dismiss the governor.
You've made the point. But what I want to say very quickly, because unfortunately, we lost a lot of time at the beginning of the program.
Aisha Yusuf. For all the nonsense things where you talk online against the governor of Edo State, we will be the followers, and we will be under our principle. We no go ever take this kind of rubbish from you. If you know they respect your husband for us, we they respect our own wife for house. That is why you must respect my principle. I know if you sit down all the years say Aisha Yusuf, you will open your smelly mouth. You report to my Oga, the #1 citizen of Edo State. Nationwide they see her, they no talk good. Bloggers they see her, they no carry her. They know this thing where you do no good. But if not the one way the governor of the state go do, or the one way we go do, on our carry her, spread her, broadcast her, Aisha Yusuf, I won't warn you. Say be careful, because you be from Edo State. Be careful the way you talk. Be careful the way you talk to our principal, or you go learn new thing. For Peter Obi, they have sent a message to you with all due respect as a former governor and a former presidential candidate. say if you dey come this time again, call the #1 citizen of the state. He will give you your 100% guarantee. Or all of una go learn new thing. No be joke o. We no take her as joke. If una know say una wan really try the governor of the state, may una come. Whether una no learn new thing.
My people, I would like to start from the last part, where Oshiomhole was asked how Nigeria are suffering right now, the excruciating situation they are facing under Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government. Remember, Oshiomhole went back, like as usual, back to the former or the past government. The question still remains, in all the blaming tactics of the past satanic Buhari government, nobody is in prison apart from Emefiele. Remember, the reason why Emefiele is in prison today is stepped on Tinubu's toes. Not because he caused us Nigerians pains. Get that straight. During the time Tinubu was contesting to become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Emefiele single-handedly did a lot for Tinubu not to triumph. Yes, that was the Naira exchange, whatever, petrol, scarcity, many things, hindrances that it caused just for Tinubu to fail. So Tinubu punished him immediately. He assumed office. Not because of us, not because of you and I. Now, can somebody ask Oshiomhole and every individualism in satanic Tinubu's government who they have persecuted, or rather prosecuted till now in the past satanic administration of Buhari? Who? Now, they are blaming. It's just like me telling you, I know who thief this shit. Then at the complaint they go every street. You can't ask me, say, you say you know who thief this shit. Go arrest her. How they do like this. Tomorrow I'll enter your street again, they complain, they cry. I know who thief this shit. You say, okay, Mr. NAIJA, you know who thief this shit. Go arrest her. Then I'll the bala blow. That is what we are facing right now. If you don't get that riddles, that explanation, then you can never understand anything about Nigeria. This is NAIJA Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about the things that's affecting you and I. Take care, guys, and bye for now.